Welcome to Don Ojon Speaks. Thank you, Don Ojon, for joining us here again.
You're welcome, brother.
In one of your books, you said youthfulness is everything. More like youthfulness is usefulness. How exactly does this act as a catalyst for a youth to win an election here in Nigeria?
Okay, let me begin this way. As a youth, you have the capacity of the heart and the ability of the hand. It shows that ability of the hand is your strength. Capacity of your heart is your ability to innovate. So when you add these two together, then you can make exploit anywhere, either in politics or anything. If you look at the major innovations across the globe today, they are youthful innovations that came from the youthful population. So why can't you us just try our hands in politics and put in that kind of innovation? So if you look at it, our age is supposed to be
there is strength.
There's strength. You understand, and capacity and innovation. And one thing about the 21st century is that 21st century is not a century of experience. It's a century of innovation. Innovation. Either in governance, it's innovation. Either in business, in innovation, it's innovation.
Even in sports.
Even in sports. And ironically, I get to hear that politics is a game. And in games all over the world, you discover that youth are actually doing well in games. Except if politics are stopped to be a game.
Except where the old people bring in a little bit of experience.
You understand. So it's a 21st century. So we're supposed to, at this point in time, and even apart from that, we have the number. If you look at the world population today,
let's look at Nigeria, about more than 160 million.
More than
the youth. How many?
In fact, I even say about 200 million people, and the youthful population is about 130 or thereabout. If you want to really calculate it in the reasons of it, we have the number. We have everything that is supposed to support us as a people, but it's a problem. The first problem, we've talked about education the other time. The second one is division. Division is divided vision. We must be able to put our vision on something.
So now we are looking at factors that could likely work against a youth, aspiring towards office.
We talk about education the other time. So the first thing I want us to talk about now is division. Because you get to understand that an average Nigerian youth does not even trust the other. What is your vision? Vision is not a product of what I can see. It is a product of what heart can see. And that is why the eyes are two, but the heart is one. So that your vision will not be divided.
See farther than your eye.
Do you get me? But where is our vision? I will not say it is blurry, but it is because we cannot place our priority right. And it's a product of our belief. It's a product of our belief system.
The belief culture.
Now, you get to understand that a number of people troop to religious houses daily to pray for a better government. Meanwhile, God has ordained an average Nigerian person to be the answer to the question of the nation. Prayer is not just going to bring it, because we are product of prayers. We are living by prayer. We must continue to ask ourselves, what is it that we want to do differently? And that is the vision, and we continue to pursue it.
So we have education, we have the vision, and the third one will be
let's now talk about poverty.
Poverty. I like that. Because this also translates in this too.
Yes. If you look at poverty is not a product of what your pocket does not have. It's a product of what your heart cannot carry. So at every point in time, it is your mindset. It's a product of the mind. You remember, I usually cite this example. Not quite 1 year ago, you remember we organized a program in the city of Ibadan.
Yes.
And you remember what happened. That program was not a product of money. You remember at the end of the program,
a product of what I want to come and
you understand there. At the end of the program, you remember what happened. We had to beg an SSS man to fuel our car. You remember all this. It shows that it is not a product of money. Poverty is not a product of money. We continue to place every priority on money.
There's no limit,
and we are losing it. Come on, we've got to wake up. It's about time for us to conquer poverty. And it is not conquered by our pocket. It is our heart.
We must look beyond money.
We must look beyond money. Unfortunately, our system is built, even our political system is built around money. Now, there's a system in Nigeria that is called see and buy. See and buy is that you must vote for my political party, come and show me. And this is supposed to be a secret ballot system.
So you show me,
come and show me, and I give you money.
Which is not supposed to be so.
Which is not supposed to be so. Until we get to a point where we devalue money. How do you devalue money? You get money from the money back politician.
A lot of young guys, 2021, are winning seats in London, the United States of America.
Of course.
I mean,
because money is not playing.
Why can't that repeat itself?
Of course it can. And it has to start with, that's where exactly where I'm going. Until we begin, if they offer the money, until we begin to collect the money and vote right,
and still do what we want to do,
and it's going to teach every one of them sense.
Okay, now let's move away from that. The Youth for Governance Initiative is something that has been drumming all day, every day. What exactly is this platform all about? What exactly does it want to achieve?
The Youth for Governance Initiative is not a political party.
Okay,
it's just a gathering
to set the record straight.
Yes, it's a factory. And this is what we do. We bring in raw materials into the factory. We refine them and make them available in the market. And we have to do everything. You discover that if a manufacturer produces a product, it does everything to support it, including advert, to make sure that the populace accept it. And that is the essence of Youth for Governance. We identify people who have genuine interest in politics and governance. We bring them into the forum. We train them the concept of governance, because you get to see in Nigeria, in all the universities we have in Nigeria, there's no single university that offers leadership. People do not.
I'm surprised. Even public speaking,
none. So we bring them into the art of core leadership, not leadership in terms of organization, in governance. We refine them. Then when they pass through,
change their mindset.
We change their mindset that things can actually work here. Because if I can wake up a dead business, if I can make things work in the private sector, I can actually make it work in the public sector. Now we want to bring them into the factory, refine them, then make them available to the market. And that means we are going to do everything possible.
And I think a lot of big individuals, youths with this kind of mindset are swinging into the Youth for Governance.
Yes, they are coming, and we still need more of them. We want to refine them so that at the end of time, we will not disappoint ourselves. We will know that at the end of the time, when we have the opportunity, because the tide is changing now, the tides are seriously changing. At the end of the time, once we bring these people together into the Youth for Governance Initiative, and we train them, and we bring them to the marketplace, and we support them.
Okay, just before we draw the curtains on this episode, the other time we were talking about one of these episodes, we talked about a new logic, and I really want us to put something there. What exactly is the logic to help a youth? That logic to prepare a youth for a political office. Now,
the first logic is what I call believability in the system.
Believability
in the system. You have to believe that no matter how dirty the system is today, we can make it work.
Okay.
That is the first logic. Then we move in. From there, we move on to readiness. Preparedness. Now, are you ready? In fact, it's just readiness. If you are ready, we will prepare you. So, are you ready to actually take leadership position in your nation? Then come, we're going to prepare you for that office.
Okay, let's just hold on to that too. Believability in the system and preparedness. Thanks for watching and listening to another edition of Don Ojon Speaks. For more information on how to register for the Youth for Governance Initiative, kindly log on to www.donspeaks.com.ng. I remain Fortune Omoshola. Thanks, Don Ojon, for having you.
Always, brother. Always.